A Course in Miracles. Lesson 25. I do not know what anything is for. Purpose is meaning. Today's idea explains why nothing you see means anything. You do not know what it is for. Therefore, it is meaningless to you. Everything is for your own best interests. That is what it is for. That is its purpose. That is what it means. It is in recognizing this that your goals become unified. It is in recognizing this that what you see is given meaning. You perceive the world and everything in it as meaningful in terms of ego goals. These goals have nothing to do with your own best interests, because the ego is not you. This false identification makes you incapable of understanding what anything is for. As a result, you are bound to misuse it. When you believe this, you will try to withdraw the goals you have assigned to the world, instead of attempting to reinforce them. Another way of describing the goals you now perceive is to say that they are all concerned with personal interests. Since you have no personal interests, your goals are really concerned with nothing. In cherishing them, therefore, you have no goals at all. And thus you do not know what anything is for. Before you can make any sense out of the exercises for today, one more thought is necessary. At the most superficial levels, you do recognize purpose. Yet purpose cannot be understood at these levels. For example, you do understand that a telephone is for the purpose of talking to someone who is not physically in your immediate vicinity. What you do not understand is what you want to reach him for. And it is this that makes your contact with him meaningful or not. It is crucial to your learning to be willing to give up the goals you have established for everything. The recognition that they are meaningless rather than good or bad is the only way to accomplish this. The idea for today is a step in this direction. 6 practice periods, each of 2 minutes duration, are required. Each practice period should begin with a slow repetition of the idea for today, followed by looking about you and letting your glance rest on whatever happens to catch your eye, near or far, important or unimportant, human or non-human. With your eyes resting on each subject you so select, say, for example, I do not know what this chair is for. I do not know what this pencil is for. I do not know what this hand is for. Say this quite slowly, without shifting your eyes from the subject until you have completed the statement about it. Then move on to the next subject and apply today's idea as before. There is a deeper collapse hiding inside Lesson 25 that doesn't announce itself politely. It doesn't target objects first. It targets the one assigning the purpose. I do not know what anything is for is not humility. It is disarmament. It is the ego being stripped of jurisdiction. Because the moment purpose is removed, the one who thought it knew why things existed has nowhere to stand. The ego is not confused by objects. It is confused by the loss of authorship. The terror is not, I don't know what this chair is for. The terror is, I don't know what I am for. That's why this lesson destabilizes identity itself. If purpose is meaning, and meaning comes from goal, and ego goals are withdrawn, then the personal self loses its organizing principle. There is no longer a narrative spine holding the character upright. This is where the course goes quiet, because silence is the only honest response when the interpreter collapses. Think of an actor who has memorized a script so thoroughly they are the character. Then the director walks on stage mid-performance and removes the script from their hands. The lights stay on. The audience stays seated. But the actor freezes. Not because they forgot a line, but because they don't know who they are without one. Lesson 25 does that. It removes the script called My Reasons for working, my reasons for loving, my reasons for calling, my reasons for helping, my reasons for being spiritual. And here's the ruthless part. Even the reason for healing gets taken away. Because healing is not an ego goal either. It is not something you do with purpose. It is something that happens when purpose is no longer defended. This is why the lesson insists you are bound to misuse everything. Not morally, mechanically. A broken compass doesn't fail because it's evil. It fails because it's pointing at itself. When ego assigns purpose, everything bends toward identity maintenance. Relationships become mirrors. Jobs become justifications. Bodies become projects. Spirituality becomes performance. Nothing is allowed to be neutral. Everything must mean something about me. Lesson 25 interrupts that addiction. It does not replace ego purpose with holy purpose immediately. That comes later. First comes suspension, vacancy, unknowing. That's why the practice feels almost insulting at first. I don't know what this hand is for. The ego says, that's ridiculous. The Course replies, if you knew, you wouldn't use it to attack yourself. This lesson is not asking you to become ignorant. It is asking you to stop pretending that familiarity equals understanding. The ego mistakes recognition for knowledge. The Course dismantles that shortcut. Here is the final destabilization. If everything is for your own best interest, and you do not yet know what your own best interest is, then everything must wait. Meaning must wait. Interpretation must wait. Reaction must wait. Identity must wait. This is not passivity. It is trust without imagery. It is the willingness to exist without narration. Lesson 25 is the moment the student realizes they are not the teacher, not even of themselves. And that recognition is what finally unifies goals by removing them. So when you say, I do not know what anything is for, you are not confessing failure. You are stepping out of authorship. You are laying down the pen. And that is the moment meaning becomes possible. Not because you found it, but because you stopped blocking it. Lesson 25 does not resolve. It suspends. It leaves the stage bare, the lights on, the script gone, and the ego exposed as having nothing left to say. That silence is not emptiness. It is readiness. And readiness, not understanding, is what the Course has been training from the beginning.